Hey, welcome back everyone. Cameron here. Today's video will consist of how to draw facial expressions. I'll explain my approach in the simplest way possible. I've also provided a downloadable file within the descriptions for anyone who would like to follow along during the video. Feel free to pause the video at any point if I happen to go too fast. I hope this tutorial helps you as well as supports you on your art journey. Feel free to let me know in the comments below what else you guys would like to see additional videos on, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support is greatly appreciated, and now let's get to the video. Okay, so for the first example, we're going to start with happy. And usually for happy, the eyebrows will usually sit right above the eyebrow ridge we just drew, so they're going to be somewhat in a neutral position. And we're going to draw a similar line for the eyelids, so you want to do the same thing you did just pretty much for the eyelids. So it'll be the same kind of line as the eyebrows, and then a top lid for both eyes, and then the bottom. And for the bottom, you don't want to connect it. And next will be our nose bridge. Next, you want to draw two reference points on both sides, and this is just going to represent both corners of the mouth. And then you want to just draw the bottom portion of the lip, and this is going to pretty much be like an open smile, basically. Next will be the teeth. And feel free to play around with the faces for however you want it to look like. This is pretty much just a quick exercise you can do just to help with the expressions, basically. So it could either be a male or female, in other words. Okay, for sad, the eyebrows are gonna be in the opposite direction this time. So they're kind of gonna be in a more droopy looking position. Next is the nose. And for the eyes, they're going to be slightly opened. So we're going to draw both the eyelids, the top lids first, and then the bottom. And then the eyes, which will sit right underneath the top lid. And next we want to just do an upside down smile. Okay, next is angry. So we want to make our brow ridge kind of curve downward this time. And this is just going to help us in how we place our eyebrows pretty much. Because we want to arch them. We're going to make it so that they're arching downward. Next will be the top eyelids for both sides. And then the bottom. Next is the eyes. Now the nose. And for the mouth, you want to make it so one side, it doesn't matter which side it is, but you can make one side kind of open and then kind of transition it into just closed. So almost like a half gritty type look of look, if that makes sense. Next is scared. So the eyebrows are going to be somewhat similar to sad. So they're going to droop down a bit. They'll sit a little bit higher above the brow ridge line though. And then for the eyes, we're gonna do opened eyes. So you just want to draw 2 simple circles for the eyes. And then the top lids. And sometimes you don't even have to put the lids in for certain expressions, but I chose to do it in this one. So, and then we're gonna have the eyes kind of looking down, so we're gonna place them at the bottom of each eye. Next is our nose. And for the mouth, it's going to be a little bit of a different take, but we want to do it so that it's open, but we're also going to show the teeth in the middle portion. So that's where the teeth are placed. And then we'll later come back and kind of like add some contrast just to help describe that area better. And sorry for the little ray of light that was kind of caught in there. I had to move up my my page. Next is disappointed. Forgot to draw the ears here. So for disappointed, again, we're gonna do similar to what we did with scared and sad. So they'll droop down a bit, but not as much. They'll still be like right on top of the brow ridge line, pretty much. And we'll do the same for the lids. They'll be in the same curved position going down. Next is our bottom lid. And the eyes are going to be looking down again in this position. So it's almost similar to sad, but the eyes are pretty much just looking downward. Next is our nose. And for the mouth, we kind of did it similar take for how we did angry, but it's kind of just a smaller version of angry, if that makes sense. So one side of the mouth will pretty much be a little bit opened up, and then the other side will be just closed. Just it'll look more smaller. Next is surprised. And for here, we're gonna make our eyebrows really high, so they're gonna be right above the brow ridge line. So they're gonna be pretty much the highest of all of the expressions. Next, we're gonna have opened eyes for this example, and then the pupil of the eye will be in the center. Next is our nose. Excuse me. And for the mouth, we're just going to do a simple oval shape. So it's just going to be an open mouth. And then next is just the teeth. And the top teeth you won't really see much, so it's just a hint of the top teeth we drew here. And lastly, the ears. So you can see as we've been going along, it's very subtle as far as like the differences between each expression. So it's never really much difference, but it depends, I guess. So keep that in mind. Next is thinking. And thinking, we're going to do one eyebrow that droops downward, and then one that kind of goes above the eyebrow ridge line. Next is our top lids. And our bottom lids. And then for the pupil, we're gonna have it so that both pupils are kind of like looking upward. It could either be up or to the side. And then next is our nose. And it can depend on as far as like how you want to draw the mouth when it comes to thinking. I just did the old example, but you can do either a mouth that either is like an upside down smile but really small, or just the O, which I did here. So and for our last example is going to be sulk. So sulk is kind of similar to disappointed in a way. We're gonna make the well, no, sulk is kind of similar. Yeah, I would say it's similar to the disappointed and angry, but so you want to do the eyebrows in the same fashion as if it was angry, but they'll still be touching the eyebrow ridge line. And then we want to do our lids that will curve in the opposite direction of the eyebrows. Next is our bridge of our nose. And for this example, you want to have the eyes kind of looking to the side, to the bottom. Either side is fine, but you want to make it so that they're looking to the corner or the bottom. Kind of like how we did with thinking, but just in the opposite direction. So instead of up, it would be down. And then the mouth will kind of be in a slanted position. You can even exaggerate the mouth to where it could even just be a little bit to one side, a little bit like placing on one side a little bit more. But we went with this example, so right here I just kind of went back and just added some contrast to certain areas of the mouth or the nose, basically. So I also kind of added to the nose of each one. Since I was kind of trying to keep the tutorial kind of quick, all there really is as far as like the nose, it's just just me kind of like describing the bottom portion of the nose, just to add a little bit more of a little bit more detail, so the face doesn't look too flat, if that makes sense. The nose can be kind of tricky when it comes to like drawing it, because all it really is this like a M shape as far as like the line that was drew in the beginning for each one. So it's basically just it's two lines that are in the shape of an M, and then you want to have two half circles on either side. And I do have a tutorial on how to draw the nose as well, so feel free to check that out. And that is our video. I hope this was helpful for you, and take care, everyone.